Rin has a best friend and a hair clip, and I don't even have a co-host today. My name is James, and this is Mostly Speakin' Sentai. Oh man, like every single week, listen to that bass line. That's going to be my only critique of this song, because everything else is fantastic. You hear it, I hear it, and listen to it fade out. This is all done in post-production. Hi, my name is James, Marshland Monster. I'm a rapper. If my co-host were here today, Nicole, darling homebody, she would say that. She'd go like, "Hey guys, my name's Nicole, and I'm darling homebody. Go to my Etsy." And then she'll give me notes on this episode and say, "Why did you use that voice? I do not sound like that. Why do you keep using that?" It's because that's how I think our cat Frank would do an impression of Nicole if he could talk and could do impressions. It's a bad impression. You guys have heard her voice unless this is your first episode. It could be. If it is your first episode, why are we doing this podcast? Mostly Speakin' Sentai. It is about the TV show, TV series from Japan, Super Sentai. Everyone kind of has a negative outlook on this, I think, because it has a Power Rangers affiliation, but watch this show. It's amazing. You can also watch this for free. How do you do that? You can go to shoutfactorytv.com. You can get the Shout Factory app on Roku or Roku Smart TVs. You can also watch it on Tubi TV. That's Tubi TV. You can use that on a PlayStation 3 app, a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, possibly Xbox 360, and most smart TVs have the Tubi TV app. It's completely free. You don't need to sign up for anything, and you're going to enjoy yourself. One more thing before we get to our guests, our lovely guests. The Gorma glove gauge, our guests, I don't think are aware of this, but on the first episode, Nicole commented on the Gorma Trivium, Shaddam, Zydos, and Gara. Why do they have, which you guys can comment on this before we begin, they have gloves on, the three S&M, bondage people. Mm-hmm. Their gloves, their white gloves, have claws on them. Ew. Nicole and I were debating on if those are their real hands, like in the show, like those aren't gloves, that's just their hands, or if they, in the show, have gloves and just glued fake nails on. Of course, like within the like making the show, that's what they've done. Mm-hmm. But we have a thing that if they pull off their gloves, the Gorma glove gauge goes off. It's full like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They have real hands. This episode, luckily, we can report we don't see their hands. It's still just the gloves.
Still just the gloves. So maybe they actually have long fingernails, but then they put their gloves on so their nails like stick out of them.
Yeah, that's a great observation.
Honestly, which would be weird, but there's some other weird shit happening in the show. So
honestly, I ain't even catch it because I was just too distracted by why this lady's like titties was out like on this children's show. Because like you said, the S&M characters, they was definitely dressed like they was ready for some kinky, nasty, trifling stuff.
They were dressed like some, I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good.
No, they was dressed like they was on some underground like step on me for $200 type shit.
Oh,
I was like, this isn't a little inappropriate for a child, because this was intended for children.
Yes, this is a children's show.
Yeah, like that's why I'm like, but Japanese, they don't care. They don't care.
So you've heard them speaking today from the Rewine podcast. I'm pointing at them to make sure that is in fact the name of the podcast.
It's changed.
All right.
No, but that was
the Rewine
accurate.
podcast. Yes. We have Dana.
This is Dana. What's up?
And PJ.
2 letters, P and J. Hello.
Is PJ short for anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to tell us? Or?
I'll just,
A man of mystery? What?
I'll tell you that at a later date.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think you might have said it while I was setting up mics. I'm not sure.
I sure did.
But
You're
you
right.
missed it, so now you'll never know.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to say it again when I'm drunk or something. Yeah.
Which, hey, check out their podcast, The Rewine. By the time this is out, their podcast should be out. They're drunk on that podcast.
Yep, The Rewind with PJ and Dana.
At an inappropriate time to get drunk during the day.
I mean, we do it for the viewers. The
Ain't nothing
listeners,
wrong
the
with
listeners.
it. It's happy hour somewhere.
I mean, true.
Amen.
I mean, this is I don't have a microphone on the show, so I don't want to comment on it, but I know for a fact Dana does not have to go to work that day. I know for a fact because of scheduling the podcast recordings, I know PJ has to go to work later.
That just means he goes to work in good spirit. You know?
At the end of the day,
Relaxed, good spirit.
is everything getting done?
Yep.
Is my money still coming? Yes. So there's no problem.
PJ, remember, if you scream into the microphone, pull away.
Oh my God, I'm loud. I'm
Or
sorry.
you want to know what? When you scream, just point your head towards this corner of the room. Because it'll still pick up, but it won't pick up into Dana's mic or my mic.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see if he remembers
Your
this.
mic technique is going to be fantastic.
You know I'm going to forget. But I'm going to remember, but I'm going to forget.
So, you guys, just what's your experience? We've talked about it a little bit off mic. What was your experience with either Power Rangers or the Super Sentai series before today?
Oh, well, like, I was a Power Ranger stan. Like, I'm talking about, like, I had, like, the room decorations. I know I was a Power Rangers for Halloween. I had the movie, like I told you, my favorite movie is that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze and shit. And that's when they had a Black Ranger. Her name was Aisha. She was a Yellow Ranger. Shout out. And she had cornrow. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I watched, like, Mighty Morphin. It was, like, Ninja Storm. And then it was Jungle Fury, Time Force.
Are those different movies or different
These they
series?
like different.
Okay.
They all Power Rangers. Here's the thing: it's always a group of 5, and then like they have their little time or whatever. Then another group of 5. Then another or like however many they feel
so the
like
team
doing.
members of the Power Rangers like they alternate, they change.
Yeah, and then like they do these special events where like they come back and like the old help the new. Like
oh, that's cute.
Yeah, like the new Pink Ranger meet the old Pink Ranger and all that kind of shit. And then like yeah, so I've been with the Power Rangers since.
Do you remember the episode, the Ninja Turtles crossover? The Ninja Turtles were on an episode of Power Rangers.
I do. What season of Power Rangers was that?
Either In Space or Galaxy. I think it was In Space.
I think it was. That was the one I didn't watch.
That I watched for In Space is probably when kids my age were saying, "Oh, Power Rangers is gay," and remember this is the 2000. Also, even still, that's too young to be using that word.
That was
that was during the transitional period of like. When boys are starting to get older and they're like,
and I
starting to smell itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh yeah, totally. But I was going home every single day on Fox Kids and watching it up until like maybe Time Squad, I think is what or Lightspeed Rescue. One of those two is.
I know what you're talking about.
I was like, okay, I think I'm done watching this show now.
Mm-hmm.
I gave up. Yeah. Kind of like it was this like little thing on Saturdays, right? It was like the Saturday ABC thing, and they used to show like Fillmore, Recess, That's So Raven, Lizzie McGuire, Power Rangers. It used to be like this little lineup of Saturday morning. Now I'm like, okay. And then they used to premiere the new Power Rangers, and I used to be in front of it like, okay, what's these next to the new Power Rangers? What the fuck they gonna do? Because I used to be interested, but like, what y'all about to come? Because how they go from space to having like magical powers? You know what I'm
just
saying?
Because of how so Super Sentai's made first, and then Saban, which was a company doing Power Rangers and still is, they would take that. So like in Super Sentai, each year is a different series, just completely different. So there's no continuing story arc.
Like American Horror Story?
Season to season.
Yes.
Are there ever 2 girl rangers?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because at first I was like, now you just need a Yellow Ranger's a girl ranger or whatever. But I was like, I hope they add another female, but okay, that's good to know.
No, it's the one, I'm not super familiar, like I'm not an expert on this series, but like 2 series, so like this came out in 92, 93 area, and then in the 90 and 91, that series had 2 female rangers. And then Car Ranger, which is a couple, which was Turbo, the Power Rangers version, that had 2 females. I'm waiting on the day when there's a female Red Ranger. So
Oh, like a female lead ranger.
Yeah.
I'm like so out the loop.
The thing is, I feel like they would do it though. They would do it.
I
And-
think
yeah.
there was one, at least in Power Rangers, there was one for like 4 episodes, and then I think she died, which is like terrible. Like, you get this excellent thing, and then no, you died because women can't be in power. That's how I'm reading it.
Well, okay. Well,
I mean, that's how
Damn.
I'm not reading. I'm not saying that's what I think.
But
I'm
that's
just
how
saying
it
like
came
that's
off
how
to
it.
you. Yeah, I
it
get
could
it.
be
across,
perceived. Yeah.
I get that.
I mean, unlike you guys, I don't have much experience with Power Rangers. Of course, I'm like vaguely familiar with it because I grew up with like brothers. And I would like see it in passing. So I kind of remember like some of the characters from like, I don't know if it was like the late 90s when they had the black guy with the kind of like box cut a little bit. They had the
That
one.
was the first one.
They had
Yeah,
the one
was
white
his name
ranger who
J-
was hot with the long hair.
Yeah, you're just thinking Mighty Morphin. Like that's
Oh,
the
you
Oh,
think
first
like
yeah.
the
series.
original? That's
I think that's
Tommy.
the only one like I've like actually kind of seen in passing.
He's like
more
a
so.
wrestler. I think a pro wrestler. or
Yeah, and I
something
remember
now.
Kimberly, the Pink
No,
Ranger was hot. Like,
he's just a professional like
Something.
stuntman martial
Yeah,
art. Like he's
yeah.
always been one of those. I think
Yeah.
even before Power Rangers, he was on a show. It might have been like the WCM Masters, something like that.
I ain't gonna lie, I
but
always
he's
wanted
been
to be a
around for a
Power
while.
Ranger, but I was fat.
So I'm not very familiar with it like at all. I just know they were like a group of 5 people like fighting like villains or
Teenagers.
something with powers. Like that's all I knew.
Well,
I know.
Then what? Both of you, what'd you think of this?
This one
Yeah,
makes,
let's just get into it.
this one makes much more sense to me rather than Power Rangers.
Okay.
Because like remember we was talking before this, like how when we Americanize shit it always get like fucked up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I stand for Power Rangers, okay? Like, you know, I told you like I had the costumes, like all that, but like this make much more sense because like even when she was going into the little, oh, I'm sorry, am I going to, but like whatever, even when she was going into like the
Spoiler
little cave
alert.
and like seeing everything,
Before we begin, I forgot to do this up top.
Yeah.
We watched episode 5 and 6 of this series.
5 and 6.
Everyone watch those episodes. Like this episode title and description will say that. So you can, there's no spoiler alerts.
Oh, okay.
People should have watched that episode.
You should have watched
Okay.
it. When she was going in there and talking to the dragon, I was like, this is weird, but I'm like, this makes sense.
When she went in the cave.
Yeah, I was like, this makes sense. Like, okay, I get this.
I thought this shit was fucking hilarious. I
It
mean,
was.
I got.
Wait, Dana, we can't swear.
Oh
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was about to feel
I was
so
about to say,
like
because I know I just cussed like 9,000 times.
I was to be like, okay. But yeah, I thought it was like hilarious because like it was just weird shit going on. Like a lipstick villain like bitch slapped someone and like kicked someone in the balls and like I don't know. And then like you just got these like men who come out of nowhere and they're like conducting the singers and they're like killers too. Like
those guys are like the putties
Yeah.
of this.
See,
so they're
I
just
think-
minions.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
in each episode, they're not conductors in every
Yeah.
single episode. It's just because she was a songstress, which is why I chose you guys for this episode.
I think the
Okay.
thing you didn't understand it because you don't know if you knew the format of Power Rangers,
Yeah.
you will understand what this means. Because every episode is a villain, and the villain got
Okay.
like a kind of theme that goes along with them.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then they have they have like where they first introduce the villain, then the Power Rangers fight the minions, fight the villain a little bit. This is the Power Ranger structure.
yeah.
Then they fight them again, and then the third time that's when they get out the big Zords and everything. And then that's when they find it's like 3 stages. Every villain got 3 stages, and in each episode you're gonna see that villain like 3 times, and that's what this was following too.
This shit was just weird though.
But I will say the difference between the themes on the Power, because like Power Rangers, like I watched a good amount of that, and I've seen the villains. They do shit like it'll be a sludge monster or like
those big purple lips that popped out and everybody started running.
yeah.
That wasn't even scary.
Like,
I mean,
but you would
granted, if some
never-
big purple lips popped up, I would be a little shook.
Right.
But like, what? Like, who thinks of this shit?
And I think also like that's why I say I like this one better. This is one of the reasons I liked it better is because like a villain like that you wouldn't see in the American version, because I feel like their version is like, a little more adult than ours.
well,
Not even adult, but like
I'm not sure if lipstick songstress, that's her name, if she came over, but most of the villains from Super Sentai do come over to.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
Okay.
so like most of the time it's just repurposed. Like the same scenes are just put in, and then they just slice around those and interject the American scenes.
All I know is it was weird to see people running from lipstick.
Well, this one I'm pretty sure did not get into because, as I commented on, she had a labia sword.
Yeah.
And it was just...
I didn't even notice that. How did I miss that?
Dana, I said it. I
Yeah,
said...
he did
I
say
thought you
that.
commented on it. You were like, yeah. Yeah, that
I
is.
like the villain though. I always on the low, like that was one of my favorite parts about watching Power Rangers. See, like, okay, what kind of villain is gonna be? Like, what kind of? Because every time it was a villain that came, it'd be like, what? Like, what you look? It's
you
been
knew it
like
was gonna be something like unique and like
yeah, because it was
random
it was gonna be
something.
like a monster that I'm trying to think of some ones.
like a fucking paper monster or a paper clip monster.
Or,
Like,
or like a monster that creates snow monsters, or like a monster that that is only in the water, or like it was always like something different.
I'm thinking of some more weird shit like a banana monster.
No,
I feel
well,
No,
like-
Dana, you're also on the right track.
Kinda, yeah.
There's a drunken tofu hermit.
What
He's
the
just a tofu guy, and he drinks a lot.
That's weird.
They be making some weird stuff.
Let me think
a
of
shot
what
glass monster who like squirts alcohol in people's eyes or
That sounds
something.
nasty.
Like, but I feel like that's something they would do. Like it was the most
Girl,
random.
it's something for the kids.
Okay, you gonna have them like traumatized, scared of makeup, like. But maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the villains are actually like probably the interesting part.
No, it's definitely interesting, just weird.
I know.
So let's just dig into this episode right away. Reen is at college, which is what she does, and just a random person comes up. Like, I misremembered thinking they were friends, but she's like, you are? And she's like, oh, I'm just someone who likes Chinese culture. And it's like,
Get out of my face.
And is Ren Chinese?
yeah,
Bye.
yes.
In Japan.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
but that's still weird to be like, I love Chinese people. Like, ooh, I speak the language. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I just like you.
Hair clip.
Like to literally just like somebody because like they're Chinese.
Hi, I like you. You're funny and black. You want to be friends?
yeah, that's weird.
I'll be like, bitch, who are you? Like, like that weirded me out because I'm like, and then you gonna accept the gift from the weird bitch? Like,
yeah, and then the fact that she was trying to like basically save her throughout all of this, I'm like, but they're not even really friends. I wouldn't even
you
care.
don't know this hoe, like,
and like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't really care that
Period,
much. But I mean, she's a nice person, I guess, for wanting to help the weird.
Yeah,
girl.
I guess if that's what you want.
Yeah, the hair clip thing was just everything about it is weird. I don't understand. I'm just thinking of it from my position. I would never just walk up to someone and say like, hey, also she, in this storyline, she hasn't been in college that long. Like Rio comes and like says like, hey, I'm going to show you around. So she has a gift picked out for her.
Oh yeah, she hasn't even known her for very long. Yeah, that's some stalkerish shit. Maybe she has like a crush. Maybe this is like
It could be.
Low-key like homoerotic like thing they try to like pluck in there, you know?
A lot of this stuff in this episode and throughout the series is homoerotic.
Oh, I bet. I can only imagine.
Just like looking
when you
at,
said he's a hairdresser, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they
I'm
go
pretty
there
sure
on
he's
show.
the one who's always hitting people in the testicles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They ain't slick. You know.
Interesting. I knew it.
You are.
My gaydar
always.
was tingling.
I'm dead.
Oh man, let me think of some other like hilarious things that happen. The like soundboard graphics, is that what you call it? Like
I have no idea.
Like what do you call it? Like when it's like a stage and like they have all the like props and like basically the set, like the graphics they use on the set.
You mean the props they use on the set,
or whatever? Like just like the graphics, the like little lights. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh,
like,
you mean
just all of it.
The special effects.
Yeah, the special effects, the string I saw attached to one of the rocks as they were like destroying the cave. Like
that
it was
was
just
funny.
a lot.
That was funny.
I don't like it when people say, "Oh, I see this string," because it's like, yeah, like this was made in
the 90s.
Yes, in the early 90s,
like,
and it was also a TV show. For a TV show, like the
budget's
how
probably
this
smaller.
looks
It's pretty
looks
good.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
mean,
was
that's
saying. Like
true.
I
It's
like
just
I
still
was
hilarious.
I was just saying like I like how like the Zords look on here better than because like even the way they move is so like
They're
real
still,
time.
I think
you know?
that it's the same. They might slow it down or speed it up
yeah.
for.
On Power Rangers, I feel like that fight goes so slow.
I guess the thing is, I'm not used to even my whole life I never really watched any like series or like movies that kind of had those type of like special effects. For some
Any old
reason.
Godzillas?
No, like
Okay.
I haven't. So I think that's why it's so like funny to me because I never really watched shows that had that in it in the first
You
place.
just weren't a little boy. That's all.
I watched stuff like I don't know, like Sister Sister or like you
You
know,
weren't a little
like
boy who liked adventure
Wait,
and all that shit.
You didn't see that episode of Sister Sister where where their parents grow 300 times their size and start fighting in the city?
that is so. You almost had me.
I was like, wait,
you
where is this
almost had me
going?
because I was like, wait.
I was like, where
I think I
is
did
this
see that. Oh
going?
wait, he's lying.
Of course I'm lying.
But yeah, so I used to watch stuff that was set in like the real world, I guess, so to speak. So that's why I was like, this shit is funny.
Yeah, you know when you're a little boy, you get into something action packed.
Yeah.
Whether it's Dragon Ball Z, Power Rangers, something where somebody kicking somebody you like.
Kicking some ass.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm still into this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this series is dope. That's one for this episode. I've said it in every single episode of this podcast. I'll keep saying it. It's dope. I do have, let me pull up. When Songstress's face gets scarred, she says, I had a smooth and beautiful face. Like, it was just smooth. I wouldn't
Wasn't really
particularly
beautiful.
say it's a beautiful thing.
We should all be confident and think we are beautiful. Everyone's beautiful in their own way.
One of the things I wrote down, I don't even know if this is what they was getting at.
Go to your notes. Let me know.
I was like, one of the 7 deadly sins as a villain, ? Vanity.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, is that what I was like, that's maybe just what my mind went.
I saw that. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
A little vain.
Good episode for girls to watch. I think little girls, especially with Ren being the center of of it, and finding yourself. Oh, that's deep. Finding yourself and finding your inner
beauty.
Anu Ranger. You know what I'm trying to say. Your inner thing. What was the name of her thing?
What was the name of her like?
The Phoenix. It's a hoe.
Find your inner Phoenix.
Her inner ho ranger.
Ho-oh, not
Ho-oh.
ho-ho.
Ho ranger.
Find your inner all ranger. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway.
Can we also talk about how melodramatic this shit is?
It is.
The acting was like all the like little clips of like them like zooming into like people's faces just to see like to show shock.
I don't know
like,
why that bothered me so much. I'm like, I didn't need to see 5 people go. Like that was unnecessary.
It's like, from us being like from a theater background, like
yeah,
it
drives you crazy.
Worthy.
You be like,
I was like, this is me like coming into college. My acting probably like.
But remember, this is a children's show.
I know you have to for children.
Right.
You have to play it up.
You're right.
It's that, and also like you have to eat up time. Like that's
true.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If you're
too.
like this series, Super Sentai pumps out like 50 episodes every single year. So it needs.
It's still going?
Yes, it's still going.
Oh.
Wow.
It's been going since I think like 76.
Like The Simpsons or something. Simpsons been on forever.
Yeah,
no,
not
Simpsons
that long
only
though.
since like 89.
But it's like 20-some seasons though.
Yeah, Simpsons.
Yeah.
This is like 38.
I guess for us, that's all.
That's a long time. Like 20-some seasons. Ooh, that's a long time.
Okay, so I get it. They're melodramatic because like they want kids to get the vibe of it and the expression and stuff. But as adults watching this, come on, you know that shit.
Well, as kids, you got to really, if you want them to
hilarious.
understand the emotion of being sad, you got to show them this is sad.
Yeah.
And this is why you don't want to be sad. And if it's like happy, like this is why you're happy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was oh my goodness. Like when she kicked the rock into the river and she's like,
That bitch was literally kicking rocks.
thinking about my 20 or my 18-year-old years of living life. Who am I? Why
No, she
am
was
I?
thinking about how usually she couldn't fight against the lipstick bitch. She wanted to fuck her up.
So on that, like there were a few. So I wrote down multiple things PJ just blurted out.
Oh, what did I
And
say?
So one, he just said that lipstick bitch.
Yeah.
And then when you guys both said this, when she kicks the rock, it zooms to show her, and she does the Arthur fist meme.
Oh my God. I saw the Arthur Fist like 3 times
Yeah, I
in that
did
first
too.
episode. I'm like,
It literally was like it was a perfect
they
angle.
zoomed
Like
into it. It
perfect. I was
so
like, wow.
meme worthy.
We watched Hellfest this week. That it's a slasher movie.
That just came out,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
and it's very intense and gory, but then
Ooh.
it zooms into the killer, and he does the Arthur fist, and I just leaned over to Nicole and I went, Nicole, he's doing the meme, and she's like, shut up, I'm trying to watch the movie.
That's all I can think about though when I kept
and you know
seeing
they
those
did that on
fists.
purpose too. In that movie, probably.
No, I don't think they did.
No,
that
I
on
think
purpose.
I think they did that on purpose. You don't ever. Nothing is a coincidence.
Right?
Nothing is a coincidence.
Are you in the police force now?
No, I'm just saying
That- you know,
nothing is
that's
a
what they say.
coincidence. Nothing.
We don't believe in coincidence.
But after she kicked the rocks, birds flew up, and then PJ just said, "Fuck them birds."
Cause she needed to get her emotions out, and if she wanted to
Oh
blow
my
away some
gosh.
motherfucking rocks, bitch, I'm gonna I'm gonna go into the woods, mind my business, and blow away some rocks. You better lucky I don't blow this bitch away, cause I'm mad because y'all won't let me get. Oh, I'm Ren. No, I understand when you just want to beat a bitch up and you can't do it. Oh, okay. I just vented. Wow.
You are so funny.
And then some more quotes from you. One was, "Bitch got leaps," when
Oh,
Ren just
Ren
jumped
had hops,
super
bro.
high.
She needs talking about WNBA.
Okay, I was like, bitch, where that come from? Talk about it. You really learned a lot about your motherfucking self this episode, okay?
Hops.
Like,
She could probably dunk on some hoes.
right, like, shaboom, what's up?
The episode before, or I think 2 episodes before this, the main bad guy was like a shrunken red head in a
Oh my
in
goodness.
a purse bag, like
Here
that
we
was
go.
his head.
Here
But
we
then he
go.
would take it off, and he was a basketball player and would shoot the head at people.
You see what I mean? This sounds so fucking weird.
It is, and
That
it's
is weird.
fantastic.
I appreciate the weirdness.
Oh my goodness.
Then the screen started to get a negative hue, like it just started looking trippy, and then PJ just said, "Bitch, I'm too high for this."
I was like, I'm like, no, like, bitch, where are you
funny.
going? Like, cause you was just on the ground, now you disappear. I don't understand how this bitch went from Japan to China in 0.9 seconds.
It's through key power. That's
Yeah.
probably how.
Okay, key, legendary Ling Ling ball. What's that called?
Oh, yes, that's the next thing on the
Oh.
list is the Heavenly Treasure Lala balls. You said that sounds nasty, and I just want to ask both of you, describe what it could be.
Those sounds like, you want me to tell you what I think
Moist.
it's going. Don't say that word.
Why don't people like the word moist? I'm gonna
I
say
love
it.
the sound moist. Squirt.
squishy balls, soft, and
Squirting
honestly-
moist squishy ball.
And
I can't
honestly,
do this.
the way they kept mentioning these balls, I feel like they were trying to play up on that, like men, penis balls.
No.
Yes, that's what I was
Yes,
getting
I'm
to.
sorry.
I
I
was
feel
getting on
like-
adult humor with that shit.
feel
Cause
like-
you know,
yes.
I guess that's just us as adults. I'm like, okay, how many times you gonna say the word
Well,
balls?
yeah, so they might
Come
not call
on.
them balls in the jet.
might as well say
translated,
testicles.
it could be. They should have just called them spheres.
Oh,
the
I
Heavenly
forget.
Treasure Lala spheres. That would have been.
I
great.
forget about the translation.
Oh,
So
right,
that
right,
could
right.
just be something lost in translation where they have a specific word for
That type of
those
ball.
things.
I honestly just think of sex balls that you use.
You know, they got these balls that you put in your vagina, and
That's
you
what I
do
thought they were.
exercises with it, and it's supposed to make it tighter.
That's what I thought they were.
to do Kegels.
Yeah,
it sounds
is
like
that what it's
Kegel balls,
called?
really strong. What is it? Heavenly Treasure
Lala balls.
Lala balls. Did I say?
Or
yeah, that's-
Lili balls.
Lila
Yeah.
balls. Yeah, that's what that sounds
Don't
like.
at me. I corrected myself. That's a thing on the podcast. I don't want people on Twitter, social media saying, "Hey, you pronounce this wrong." Fuck off. That's it.
Yeah,
I
it's not that
said
serious.
what I said. That's what that was.
So you think they're just sex balls? Like someone pops in the dragon one, then pops
Pretty
in
much.
the phoenix
That's
one.
where they get all their power from, the strength from using those balls.
From the balls, yeah.
It like helps their
They have a lot of
powers.
inner core strength.
A lot of power from within, you know?
It's just also when the word balls is thrown around more than 5 times within a
It
10
has
minute
to be a
span.
joke.
It's like, okay.
Remember, it could be a specific term.
right.
Right.
You're right.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of something like we would have. So like a puzzle cube. Like, hey, look at this puzzle cube. Look at this puzzle cube. But it's
Rubik's-
like, oh, yes,
Yeah.
we would just call it a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Or the lament configuration from Hellraiser.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this.
It's a puzzle box.
Okay.
It's what
Oh, I'm like, what?
summons the Cenobites. That's not this
I've seen the first
podcast.
Hellraiser. I have.
It's dope.
I
I think a lot of things are dope.
You know something else interesting I noticed? And like, correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm like being ignorant or something, but I did feel like a westernized like thing about the TV show, like just the way they were dressed and then riding in the Jeep. I just got like a 90s like western like, you know what I mean? Did you like see it kind of like an American like
especially with Shoji.
influence?
Shoji wears professional like baseball teams a lot.
Yeah,
but like
'cause he
that's
had-
because baseball is popular in there, but it's American baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
teams.
because he had like, you right, he do
saw
look
somebody
like
rocking some
somebody.
Reeboks and it just
And then
and maybe I
Ren
don't know
had
where
on
the-
Nikes, didn't she?
Yeah, it just felt like there was
It
just
did
something
fe-
interesting.
It did
'Cause
feel
I was feeling some of those outfits.
California.
Yeah. It's like some Boy Meets World, like one of the guys. Were
No,
like,
that's too plain. They a little more, they a little fresher
yeah, they
than
got a
them.
little more flyness to them. You're right.
There's an outfit that Rio wears like in the latter half of the series that's fantastic. I'll show you guys a picture of this afterwards. But it's neat. Like he looks badass in it.
Nice. I bet. Yeah, I like their outfits though. They were cute.
They
So,
was.
You guys are always singing on your podcast. That's why I said like, hey, they should come on this
I'm
song.
dead.
But the first time I ever watched this, I said to Nicole, I was like, I have that sound on my keyboard from 1990.
Oh, wow.
It's just a choir MIDI sound. When they're singing, that's all it is. Like it's someone pushing down a key, waiting a bar, then pushing down another, waiting half a bar, going into the second one, the third, and then just doing that over and over again.
That sounds about right.
And it's so like it does sound annoying. Like if I
It
heard
sounds
that
annoying.
very loud, I would be holding my head. Why don't they have noise canceling helmets? I don't know.
Also,
like
how
it
come
shouldn't go through all of that.
Also, how come nobody ever fought them like right off bat to eliminate the problem?
Because think about it, the closer you get, the more you hear them.
Well, also
okay, they could have threw some rocks.
I mean,
They
bitch,
coulda
that's what
did
I
some-
said. Like, you know, I would have threw a rock at the hoe when I hopped over him, but
Like, I was so annoyed that nobody wanted to take these chicks out.
also at the end of the day, once they defeat this lipstick bitch, like they was gonna come back to normal. So then you was gonna fuck them up.
They could have still like did something to like
See,
chill
that's
them
the
out.
part of being a hero. You gotta know.
Oh, you
gotta
gotta choose
know.
your battles, huh?
Yeah.
So a recurring thing in this series and other series that I've seen is and also like a lot of Japanese show like Sailor Moon,
That's my
they're trying
shit.
to take power from teenagers and children and use that for their own strengths. So these girls they're teenagers. Like there's no way around that. They don't want to affect the teenagers because they could hurt them and kill them, and that's something bad. Like if they don't beat the monster right away, that's fine. But if they try to stop them from singing and accidentally kill one of those teenagers,
but they were gonna kill the Power Rangers. So what are we gonna do? Come on, it's
Bitch, what you mean?
they were gonna sing them to death. So they're gonna kill you. So you might as well kill them. And let's not forget they were in college, I think. So technically they're not children. I mean,
they're still.
yes, they're young, like women, but still.
Bitch, you just don't give a fuck, do you?
No, if I'm about to die, one of us gotta go, and it ain't about to be me.
True.
That
So-
lipstick is a nice deep shade of purple.
That lipstick was cute
yes.
when they first put it on. Me, what was it?
I don't.
Megumi.
I can't remember her
Nagami?
name. The
It's,
crazy
yeah.
girl the crazy girl who wanted to be
Well, just call her Stalker.
Ren's friend,
Yeah.
the stalker girl. When they first slapped that lipstick on her, I said, "Oh, what color is that?
Fenty Trophy White. No, I'm
What
just
shade
playing.
is that? Where they get this lipstick from? It was cute.
Purple.
I like purple. I do.
I'm dead.
No, it was real fly. I was like, I wouldn't be mad.
Come on.
Captivate me or whatever. Take me captive if
I'm
you're gonna beat my
done.
face. I'm gonna get a makeover too, and I get to sing. That don't sound too bad to me.
Yeah.
And they not gonna fight me. Like,
Girl, shut up.
they're not gonna try to kill me. I get a free makeover, and I get to sing with some bitches on the left and right of me.
But sing a terrible song.
They're singing a demonic song. We don't have time for this shit. This bitch is walking around with lipstick on her shoulders and vagina swords trying to kill the world.
I'm just
this bitch
saying.
must be stopped.
I'm
She
just
must
saying,
be
and
stopped.
you get an excuse from
A
school.
vagina sword.
You get an excuse for missing school. Like,
No, she must be stopped. She must be stopped.
I'm just saying, it sounds like a little mini vacation to me.
That bitch said, I brought these. What she said? I brought them out here because I knew you would be. Bitch, you was looking for me? You was
I
looking
knew
for
you would
me?
be here.
Like, you heard Cashed Out song when they be like, I heard you was looking for me. Bitch, here I go.
Haven't heard it, but it sounds accurate.
Like, don't tell me to pull up, especially when it comes to my friends. Oh, I'm here. See, that's why this girl got to go. And you talking about purple lipstick, eyeshadow, and stuff. Nah, I ain't got time for
I'm
that.
just saying.
I mean, if the song were better, I'm totally on Dana's side. But the song is not good.
Girl, you don't know the living conditions of where they going when they disappear. Okay? When
They be in cages.
No, right. They probably disappear and go in the cages. And every time they come out here and sing this bullshit ass song, that's the only time they get freedom. Ain't that some bullshit?
They're probably going to the Gorma Palace, which is something you find out in later episodes, and it's a cool looking place.
Well,
I don't remember any cages in that, so
capture me, lipstick bitch. What's her name? Gorma?
lipstick
Lipstick
songstress.
Ooh,
songstress.
lipstick
Songstress.
songstress. That sounds seductive too.
But
Come
like,
on.
I guess I don't understand why lipsticks. I don't get that. You know, like, I don't
It's
know.
like lipstick because she's like vain and she loves lipstick and she uses the power of people's voices to destroy others.
Oh,
so like
right.
lipstick songstress, I guess. Even though
I
she's
guess
not
I'm
the
just
one
confused
singing
on what made them put those two things together. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh,
True.
okay, all right.
That is random.
Because I like music, you know?
Mhm.
All music ain't demonic,
True.
you know?
Music should be demonic, though.
Ooh.
It should.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's whatever.
I'm super
folks-
into. I don't know if you know this about me, PJ, but I'm super into devil shit.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? To each his own.
Right? Long as you cool to me.
Right.
Long as you ain't doing nothing crazy to me. We Gucci.
No, I
We're
mean
Gucci.
it's just cool. Like I'm not
Yeah.
like, oh,
Like
I'm
how
gonna
I'm interested
worship
in
the
like,
devil.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Kinda
Like
like
I'm
how I
interested
like
in serial
killers, yeah.
Like how like horror films. Like
But you're not gonna go murder someone.
I ain't gonna
feel
murder
you.
nobody.
No.
I mean,
But
what's the
get-
payout?
I
Give
love true
me
crime.
A demonic serial killer. He thinks it's for the devil. That's pretty cool.
That's even like you ever seen Jennifer's Body?
Oh my God!
No.
You've never seen
I
that?
guess they weren't like serial killers though, but it had to do with some like demonic shit.
I thought she was a werewolf.
No.
No.
What happened was it was this girl, this band sacrificed her so they could get famous, but they had to sacrifice a virgin.
But she wasn't a virgin.
I mean, Megan Fox's character, and obviously she wasn't a virgin, not even a backdoor virgin. She said that in the movie as well. And they sacrificed her, and then it didn't go well, so she ended up becoming this demon that needed to eat boys to live.
Okay, I always thought she was just a werewolf, but
No.
I only saw the trailer, so that might be why.
It's very campy, very some good one-liners. Like it's very cheesy. Like
You're really
campy.
just there to like look at how hot like Megan Fox is. Like, let's be honest.
And just like the whole like, you know you know how the term homoerotic, what's that for lesbians? What do you,
I think also homoerotic.
Yeah.
also homoerotic? Yeah.
They have their little makeout scene.
Yeah, it's very homoerotic. So, especially with Megan Fox, like,
Come on.
you know,
But demons, yeah.
demons.
If you like demons
If you like demons.
or devil sacrifice shit. I actually know a handful of like movies
Demons?
like that. Yeah, I know a handful of demons.
I was about to say, bitch, who you know, Buffy? Come on, cause what you doing?
Oh,
You guys have notes?
I'm trying to
anything
think-
any questions?
Anything in the episode?
hmm.
Oh, let's talk about what's his name? Kaku,
Yeah.
you know, I don't like him.
Yeah, no one so far has.
And I see why they made Zordon a thing. Because my thing is, if you're going to lead, bitch, you need to support. And my thing is, one thing I loved about Zordon's floaty white head and that little crystal thing, he was always supportive of the Rangers. You know what I'm saying? And Kaku was like, you ain't useless no more. And I'm like, bitch, I never was. I just know what I couldn't do. But because you weren't a good master, I couldn't figure that. I would have cussed him out on that bridge.
Yeah,
he
he
probably would
really-
have took my aura changer.
He really tried it.
He probably would have took my. Ooh, I just hit that. He probably would have took my changer, like being disrespectful as hell.
His thing is like, I get for like a kid show, he's always trying to like make them learn things for themselves. But as I've said before, it's the fate of the world. If you know what's going on, you need to tell them so they're prepared.
Yep.
He does zero training. He's like, it's all on-field experience and training, on-the-job training. That's it. He doesn't tell them a lick of information until after the fact.
So it's like, well, if the world ends, it's your fault because you just wanted to be like, you just didn't want to like help
That's
us,
just
huh?
like, I keep going back to this damn show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But that's just like if Giles told Buffy, like, okay, some vampires coming.
Well,
What
even-
the fuck does that mean? Like, you're not going to tell me how to do anything? They just coming? You going to let them kill me? Oh, you ain't shit.
Even
Like,
less than that. He sometimes doesn't tell, like, they find out, they like phone in Master Kaku and say, hey, there's Gorma. Can you tell everyone else? So, like, he's not
what's
proactive
his purpose?
whatsoever.
He just meditating for them?
Yeah, later on in the series, he gets some stuff. Like, I don't want to spoil things later
I'm like,
on.
bitch,
in
I can
case,
get
like,
energy
people...
from ComEd. It's not that deep. Like,
Get some energy from comment.
Yeah, like if that's all he doing is meditating for us, like we could get somebody else to sit here and pray for us, okay?
Oh well.
Hey, I've been getting envelopes in the mail from ComEd, and they're like, hey, it's clean burning energy. You can get that. It's from the earth. It's key power. That's
Hello?
Oh snaps! Also, can we just talk about the point where he was like meditating and like levitating, and then he like flew across and then hit the wall?
No,
I thought that
this-
was so funny.
This has happened on other episodes, and Nicole commented on it, saying like, what is his purpose? He's just he meditates, he lifts up, and things like explode around him.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
He's just there.
He can be replaced.
Like
So-
Really?
yeah.
Because like you don't serve no purpose. You
And
ain't
you
shit.
rude.
Like and you rude.
Mm-mm.
Like you tried the fuck out of it. I don't understand.
I could see it if there was a leader in this series that like even the Red Ranger until the like final episodes, he's just a part of the team. There's no single leader. They just act as a team. So if there was a hierarchy, it would make sense to have Kaku and have to have him in every episode. If he just bobbed in and out and was just saying, hey guys, I'm here to tell you this specific thing to help you out with this. But he doesn't do that. He's just there to be rude.
True.
There's I think it's even the next episodes that Kaku just, oh no, it's later on. He just sees one of them suffering, like he hears him suffering, goes in and like peeks in the door and sees them suffering, one of the Rangers, then nods. They don't see Kaku. Then Kaku just closes the door like, hey, I'm watching my
Wow.
stories. You can't be screaming in the other room like that.
And that's why he's called Kaku, because he's a cock.
I'm dead.
All right, let me do you have any notes, Dana?
I think I touched on everything I had.
Dana did say just randomly that doing ADR would be fun, which is the like when you're doing voices when you're not in a recording studio recording over footage.
Because they were like getting hit and stuff, and they were making the most like wild noises, like like stuff like
The
that,
only
and it was
noise
just
like
funny.
that-
Like, tell me it wouldn't be fun to like sit in a studio and just be able to like just make weird ass sounds, like
The only person I
Like,
know
that's how
had
they
fun
sounded.
doing that. Have you ever seen SpongeBob? And that motherfucker that always be like, my leg. That's the best one. Bitch, that's the best one. 'Cause bitch, I would have been
No,
just, he would
I
have been like,
just
take
love
two.
him.
My leg. Like, I just would have been singing on that
I
bitch.
just love, and it kind of reminds me of like Michael Jackson when they were like,
That honestly sounds like annoying. Like I be thinking about that in video games when like the character goes like, when you think about
Like,
if you're
that's how,
playing with
like,
Laura
it
Croft and like
sounds.
even how she like has to pull up. I'm
Yeah.
like, I would hate to do all them noises
Why?
because that's just because.
It's fun.
And then you gotta make a noise for when she get down. Then you gotta make a noise for if some hit her this way. Then if some hit her this way, I'm like, oh,
That's
my
fun though,
goodness.
and it's probably kind of well, maybe it's not.
No,
easy, I
I've
don't
seen
know.
voice actors talk about video games and they're like, it's so much recording because you have to do
Yeah.
like, because on menus, like if you're talking to someone, you can choose different things to like ask them. So every single thing you ask them, they have to have a response for it. If you're one of the main characters, you do have to like, if you pull a trigger, they might say something. If they throw a grenade, they might make a noise. Just all of these variations that you're going in and out of the recording studio because they're like, oh yeah, we have like 3 hours of stuff you have to record, and I think
Right.
that'll be it. It's probably more.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, actually, we added some stuff to the game. You have to come back in for 2 more
Right.
hours and
Yeah.
record even more.
Oh, we just made a bonus level. You got to record for that. It's like, damn.
Sounds fun to me.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds
you're
like it could be.
getting
I feel like me, I would be like, oh, no.
Yeah,
You know?
you don't want to make grunting noise in a microphone for a few
No, that
hours.
sounds awful.
Songstress said that she said she's going to tear off Reen's face. And I just thought that's some horrorcore shit. Like that's a subgenre of rap music that I listen to. And they're like, or like some Devil's Reject stuff. Like they do that in that movie. They tear off someone's face. I think it's Brian Posehn's face.
Wow.
And someone wears it.
Wow.
That sounds like, what's that Leatherface? From
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
some creepy
ooh,
shit
this is
to
a little
say.
intense. Yeah. This also, I was just going to say, I don't know, even like from the theme song, this is very darker.
Oh,
than,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This series in particular is dark, and they don't use a lot of this for like directly pull from this for Power Rangers besides like the like Zords fighting and stuff.
So question, in each season, is there different robots that they have to find? Or like are
Yes.
these same robots throughout the entire
No,
season?
they're different ones. Like
Oh.
the one before it, Jew Ranger, which that's what Mighty Morphin, like the first 2 seasons of that directly pull from. They have to find the Tyrannosaurus, Mastodon, Pterodactyl, and so on. The other one, like Kaku Ranger, I've only seen a couple episodes. It's pretty much like Japanese houses and buildings, but like thousands of years ago. Car Ranger is just cars. That's the Zords and stuff. Like they're driving huge cars around.
That
One
sounds
of-
like light speed. No.
Oh no, Turbo.
Turbo.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, they just like in Power Rangers, they have a brand new set of Zords. Mechas is what they usually call them.
I think at this point they should create like one of the big like Power Ranger things where like all the reunite to fight one big bad.
There is one that came out a few
Yeah.
years ago where
That's a
all
good
the Red
idea.
Rangers came together. Yeah.
I think they should do one
That's a
where it's
good
like
idea.
all of them like to fight like one final big
Mm-hmm.
bad. You know the original one because you was talking about Mighty Morphin. You know the
Mm-hmm.
original Blue Ranger Billy. He was gay. And he said like they used to tease him on set like a lot. Like even
Wow.
like some of his own castmates. Like the
That's
other
weird.
yeah, I was reading it. I was like, damn, that's fucked
Mhm.
up. But
Fun
no,
facts. Facts.
All right, we're getting up to an hour. So each episode Nicole started this. I want to give her shout outs for that. As I told you, each of the Die Ranger have a star and like a specific power.
Mhm.
So like fire, wind, phantom, which is just like making mirages and the mirages attack people, gravity, and time. If you were a ranger, one of the Die Ranger, 1, what would your star be? And 2, what correlating to that star, what would your color be? So like what would be your like special ability and just what color
one of
ranger?
theirs or my one
What
of the,
you make up your own, like based off from your personality, whatever.
oh my god.
I like some of the ones I already have. I have to think about this for a moment. My star will probably be, I don't know if like, is there a Black Ranger?
Yeah.
There have been,
There
but
have
like
been.
in Die Ranger, there is not a Black Ranger.
Or I'd either be like a black or a burgundy because I just feel like those colors look good on me when I get like dressed.
I'm dead.
And I would like my ability to be shape shifting. I just always like that as like a power, like a superpower.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, shape shifting.
This is a hard question.
I'll tell you mine. Or I'll go with Nicole's first. Nicole's was like the Mind Star, I think it was.
Okay.
It's like telekinesis, like being able to like go into people's minds and stuff. Mine, and that was purple. And then mine was the brown dirt star. I said dirt, and then like, because like, oh, you could like move earth and stuff, but it like dirt sounds funnier than earth. And
True.
like we want to make jokes on this podcast sometimes. And then Nicole was like, what color would you be? And I was like, I don't know, like a tan. And she's like, no, you'd be dirt. You'd be a brown.
Brown.
You'd be brown. You'd be a brown dirt star.
Yes.
Then when Courtney and Monse were over, their stars were, Monse's was the pity star, just to like make people super sad for her, and it was just like a gray or a black. And then we made fun of her really hard. She was like, I don't know, I'm like really good at trumpet, so like the horn star. And we were like, you understand what that sounds like, right? And we laughed for a really long time.
A horn star.
And she was like, I'd be like a brass color, like a golden brown. So
Cute.
Wow.
based off from those, just
So I think my star would have something to do like with the Phantom star.
Phantom?
Is that, so I call this like a you know how like that, what's that commercial when it be like, should have had a V8 and they hit somebody like right in the forehead with their palm.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know how like that Phantom thing is? I would just like to do that to people, and I would just come out, hit them like 2 or 3 times, and then they'd be like, what just happened? I'd be like, oh no.
Like muff them in the head.
Yeah,
basically.
like I just want to like distract
so you
people.
invisible, like being able to give somebody like an invisible muff on the head.
okay, so what you're saying is you want to be the V8 commercial star?
Yeah, I want to be the should have had a V8 star. And it's like one of those things you use. My star would be like used for like when people don't use common sense. Like bum rushing people on the train, or like, you know, like not moving to the right lane.
You are the Bill Engvall Here's Your Sign star.
What is that?
From Blue Collar Comedy Tour, that is what you just explained as well.
I feel like I've seen that once.
Or maybe it's like the get your shit together, stop playing with me star. You know what I'm saying?
Stop playing with me.
Like stop playing with me.
Hit in the head.
Yeah, like stop playing with me star. Like, you know, that's what I am, the stop playing with me star. And I think that is a nice purple.
Nice purple.
Yeah, I think that's a nice like vibrant purple.
Okay.
And then like, you know, I just come out, bitch, don't do that. Like, you know, and then you be like, then you would change your whole man. You'd be like, actually, no, that's a wrong idea. And I'm be like, you're right. You're right. And I'm going to be like, act like I didn't even know what you just did, because I just, you know.
So it's kind of like changing people's mind too.
Almost. But with, you know, force.
Physical force.
You're threatening people, but you're physically harming people to make them change what they're doing.
Yes, or make them to rethink a stupid thing they said.
So it's like spanking a child. That is what you're doing.
But adults.
Don't play with me.
Because they're dumb.
Don't play with me star. Or like the bitch, I'm not the one star. Or like the hey, you tried it star. Or like
also facts.
I'm going to try to convince Nicole to do makeups of like to draw each because she did that for us for the cover. Like she drew
cute.
Like it was half and half, like me, and then on the other side my star. How she's gonna do yours if she ends up doing everyone's star, I have no idea.
Like I'm trying to think what
like
do I want
a hand with like a little spark coming from it, knocking against something.
She'll do it. If she does this, she'll figure it out and it'll be hilarious.
Yeah, Nicole, like something like, I'm trying to think, what do I want the official name of the star to be?
Oh, I didn't even think of an official name.
Because you said
for
what was your star?
Shape shifting.
The shape shifting, and I want the I'm trying to
I have
think.
to think of a name too.
What is that? What can I call that? That is the
Shape-shifting works because
shape-shifting works.
that's a real thing. What
Okay.
PJ is talking
Yeah.
about is not a concept you can vocalize.
There
the
needs to have been a word for this.
All of these, I will edit out, just so you know.
Yes.
It'll be like you came up with it right away. Unless we make jokes in between. The more times Dana and I talk and make jokes, the longer it's going to be like, oh, PJ does not understand what he should be calling this.
We just gonna call it what it is. The Don't Fuck With Me star. That's it.
Okay.
I feel that. Nicole, the Don't Fuck With Me star.
Remember,
that's what it's called.
If you shout into the microphone, pull away from it.
Okay.
No.
I'm here. I'm here.
See how I just did like a forceful laugh? I looked away from the microphone. One last thing. Do you guys think you would watch another episode of this?
Absolutely.
Low-key won't. I really do.
I'll
want
send
to,
you guys
low-key.
links. Like, it's
Absolutely.
free. It's
I'm probably
it's
what I'm
great.
gonna do is watch one episode from each thing.
And figure out which one you like the most. It will be
Yeah.
Die Ranger. I'm upset that I watched this one first because all the other ones seem like it took me a while to get back into other ones because this one is so dark and serious compared to the others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I say start with this one. It's great. The team is fantastic, especially after you get to know everyone. Shoji's he's badass.
Now I'm really like, because we talked about earlier, a like leader who's a female. I really want that to happen now. That's what I've been thinking about. I was like, we need, because if we try to get an all-female Power Rangers, they're going to have a fit. So I'm just like,
What is this?
they're going to, because you saw how he was tripping over Ghostbusters. Is that what it was? Yeah, Ghostbusters.
All right, so I have been James, Marshland Monster. Check out my raps, Marshland Monster on Facebook, Twitter, Marshland Molem, Instagram, but just Facebook and Instagram. That's what I use the most. Also, as always, we joke and jest about not adding us. We're only talking to the people who think they're nerdier than us and just want to flex their nerd musk. We want to hear from you if you're a cool dude or a cool dudette. But hey, as Kel told us, she's a dude, he's a dude, we're all dudes. It's a non-gender specific dude is. Let us know at MSS Pod on Facebook and Twitter and MSS Podcast on Instagram. Just message us, comment, tweet at us. We'll respond to anything, even the snobby comments. We'll just say, hey, thanks for listening. That's one for our listener count to go up, 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 up. Also, for this podcast, let us know if you know any songs that would have been more fitting for the girls to sing in this choir. Or is this the pinnacle of ear-piercing songs that the heroes of us would hate? Our guests have been...
Say we've been amazing. Oh.
No, I'm
oh,
saying...
wait, I get what you're
yes.
saying now. The Rewind with Dana... Wait. Let's start that over.
No, just say who are you, Dana?
The Rewind... Okay,
No,
sorry.
just say like, hey, my name's Dana. You can check me out on...
Hey. Okay.
Instagram.
Oh my God.
Hey, my name's Dana. Wait, hold on.
Dana, how many Instagram followers do you have?
800 and...
Oh, Dana, I need to talk to you. I only have 400. I can't
me
break
too.
450.
I'm not popular. I don't even be on social
I don't
media.
even feel like
that.
that's
I don't have
popular
time.
though. I feel like you're popular once you hit like 2,000 plus.
Dana, I've had a Facebook page for 8 some years. I've been rapping for almost 13 years, and I only have 400 Instagram followers.
Okay.
800's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. This is Dana. You can check me out on the Rewind podcast with PJ and Dana. Also on Instagram at Dana Likes Your Smile. Everything's spelled like normal people spell things. All together, Dana Likes Your Smile.
And I'm PJ, 2 letters, P to the J. You can find me on the Rewind. You can also find me on Instagram at P Dollar, that's PDOLLA 130. That's my street name. That's my street name. Yeah, this was fun.
This was so fun. I'm
super
so glad
Sentai.
you invited us.
I'm with it.
Quick things to get out of my notes that PJ said. PJ said, I'm so sick of these hoes towards the singing girls, and then get some baby wipes for those hoes. And
For real, just wipe the makeup off.
And then Dana and PJ both said that the Sky Key Palace was just him getting a scooter and some pets.
Literally, that's what it looked like.
He got a scooter.
That's what it looked like.
You know the Green Goblin when he got on his little hoverboard? That's what that looked like. That's what that looked like.
Yep.
My name is James.
My name's Dana.
My name is PJ.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai.
I got it.